What is going on, guys? Welcome to another one. Today I'm going to be showing you performing some of the skills that I've learned throughout the years of cutting hair and being sick of getting a raggedy haircut. Today I have my model. He's gonna be my uncle. I'm gonna be performing a French crop sort of deal with the nice fade. Not necessarily because I don't have all the tools to perform it, nor am I professional to perform it to the top notch, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see how things play out. Nonetheless, enjoy yourself. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. But yeah, let's get into it. So here we're gonna do a French crop, not necessarily because I don't have all the tools for it, but a nice fade looking like a French. This is what I have, is the Babyliss Gold FX Pro and the Wall 5-star T detailer, whatever you want to call it. So here I forgot to hit the start button on it, but nonetheless, here I am. I'm sitting in my, not sitting in a line, but I'm balding them out right now and getting them prepped to get the fade going. So follow along. We're doing the other side. I also forgot to hit the start button over here, but we're getting things evened out. Make sure that we get things good. Here's the Babyliss Gold FX with the blade all the way open. I'm setting in my guideline so I can start on the fade. We're gonna go and hit the other side over here as well. At this point, I noticed that I couldn't see what I was going to be doing if I left it at that part, so I went up with a 1.5 guard to set in a different different baseline, so I can guide myself on the fade, because he just had a little bit too much bulk on it. I couldn't tell where the. So here we're going back down with the blade halfway open to start knocking off some of that baseline that I first set in. As you can tell, it's softening up the line right now, halfway open. On this side, I think we are doing the blade all the way closed. As you can tell, there's a bit of two different lines you can see, so we're knocking that out. Make sure the blade looks blurry, make sure it all flows, and make sure it's all even. Here we're going with half blade. I want to call that a half guard. We're going in blade all the way open, trying to blend in from no guard to the number 1 guard. So that's what we're doing. That is the 2 guard. Yeah, I want to say that's the 2 guard, maybe the 1.5. And we're going up, trying to get everything squared off. So when the end of the cut comes together, everything looks nice and square. That's kind of what the French crop kind of looks like. So that's why we're doing that, get everything squared up. We're going back up with the number 1 guard to get everything congruent. Make sure that we're blending in the number 1 and the 1.5 guard to the number 2 almost all the way, going on both sides. Now, as you can tell, I want to say his right side was the one that was giving me a little bit more trouble. Not everyone has both sides the same. Not on both sides you're gonna cut the same, but you know, it happens. We all have that. So that was the number 1 guard all the way open. I believe this is number 1 guard all the way closed. Make sure that everything is blending in nice and smooth like it should be. I'm flicking out on the way up, make sure I don't go up anymore, and set another baseline, so I don't have to go even higher and destroy the cut. Nonetheless, we are fixing it in the back and make sure everything looks good and congruent. I want to say here we're doing a little bit more detail with the number 1 guard. Like I told you before, that his right side was giving me a little bit of trouble. You know, we're just making sure we're going over things a million times to make sure we knock off all those lines, also in the back as well. So just doing a little bit more touch up here. I want to say that's the 1.5 guard. Make sure we're blending it in. With the number 2 guard, so you don't see any choppiness on it, you don't see another baseline. That's what we got going on. So here I think we're gonna hit it with the number 3 guard. We're scooping all the way out, all the way to the top to keep that square look, knocking off some bulk on the sides as well, but not going way too high to make sure that, you know, it destroys the cut. We still want to keep it somewhat square. That's what, you know, that's what the French cut is all about, having it a little bit long on the top or some length on the top to be able to come it forward or style it forward, but having the sides nice and faded, nice and short. So that's what we got going on here. So you know that, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to knock off the bulk. Here I'm knocking back in the number 2 guard, make sure that I blend in the number 2 and the number 3 so you don't see a baseline anymore. Once again, going back down on my guards to make sure that, you know, the lines, the baselines are not there anymore, and we are good to go. Throughout the video, I mean, you're gonna see me go back and forth, jump on and off of different guards. That is just because I'm trying to, you know, make sure that everything is congruent, make sure there's no lines. You know, I mean, I'm not a professional barber, nor do I charge for my time and my skills, but I still want to make you look decent, make you look presentable. You know, I'm not just gonna throw you out in the streets looking all raggy with a choppy cut and stuff like that. Here we went on the top. Like I said, it's almost like a French top, French cut, but I don't have any shears. I mean, I don't have any scissors at all whatsoever. So he wanted to do the longest, the biggest guard that he had on his machine, which, by the way, the Gold Effects is his machine, not mine. The T is the only one that's mine. So I went with the number 6 guard all the way open, and, you know, hit it from all sorts of angles because hair likes to grow all sorts of ways, all different patterns and whatnot. So I had to make sure I get everything nice and smooth to have one size only on the top in order for him to style his hair the way he wanted it, you know, and make sure we still have that length on top to have it look like a French crop. Here we are just evening things out, make sure everything's squared away. Everything is squared away. As you can tell, everything is coming together here. You know, just a few lines here and there that I still gotta knock out, but nothing the less. The cut is there. You know, the fade is great. I mean, right now he has a lot of hair on his face and in his head, so you can't really tell. You'll still be able to see a couple lines here and there, but once you're all showered up and whatnot, you know, you'll be good. You'll be great. You know, just doing some details right now on the cut, making sure that he's get the look that he wants. From what I'm assuming, this is what he wanted. He explained it to me. He showed me a little video, so you know, I saw it and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks like a French crop, so you know, that's what we'll go for. Even though I don't have the tools for it, I'll try to make it work with what we got. So right here we're just going over with, you know, more details. Make sure that the lines are all gone. Like I said, the lighting wasn't great, so you might still be able to see some lines on the camera, but trust me, they were not there anymore. They were gone. So you know, just making everything nice and tight right now. Make sure that the fade is good. You know, a bunch of hair on him, so it makes it difficult when you don't have a good lighting to set apart, you know, the lines and see the differences, as you guys can see in the camera right now. Because when I play the video back, it seems like there's lines on it, but trust me, there wasn't any lines on it. So bunch of detail work right here, so that's all there is. Like I said, I mean, you know, you'll see a line here and there, but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to knock everything off, make sure everything is all congruent, and make sure that he still has the same look, or the look that he was shooting for. Also, what do you think about the cut? I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I'm like I said, I'm not professional. I'm sure there's a lot of professional barbers out there that are gonna be like, dude, you ruined the cut, da 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 da, you know. But I mean, listen, this quarantine barber, baby. I mean, it's not quarantine anymore. You are able to go to the barbershop now and set up an appointment and get all squared off. But come on, kid, this quarantine barber 101 right here. And I learned via YouTube, and these are the skills. And a bunch of times walking around with, you know, raggy cuts, all chopped up and whatnot. But listen, I'd rather be mad at myself than be mad at somebody and paying them, you know, whatever they're asking me for, and not walking away with the right cut. So here I'm doing some line up on his forehead. Not much to line up. I really want to push his line back. I'm not the type to do a line up just because myself, I don't have a line. So, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to make everything look nice and square, nice and sharp. I thought that's how he was gonna run his cut, but later on when I saw a video, you know, he didn't do it that way. So I'm not really pushing his line back, nor am I cutting. It seems like I'm not cutting anything, but trust me, I mean, I was chopping some pieces here and there, you know. So that was the cut. So that was the cut, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I didn't have time to do a shot around him because it was late at night. He was covered in hair, I was covered in hair. I had to run and do some errands. You know, the man had to shower, he had to clean up, do all that. But I did have him send me that little clip. You know, the fade was great, everything was great. He was happy with the outcome, and so was I. So that was cool. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the cut. That's the skills. I'm not professional, so it is what it is, but I make it work. So stay tuned for more. I hope you guys enjoyed the video like I did. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.